Hey guys, my name is Richard. Welcome to another Transformers action figure review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the deluxe Starscream back from the Classics line. Now, you might be thinking, Rich, that Starscream looks a little gray. Doesn't look quite white. Get it? I said white for right. No, okay, never mind. They actually had redone this figure instead of the gray, it was totally white in every single gray place, more of like the original cartoon colors. That was remade into the Universe Classics line, so yes, there is a remake of this very same figure out there. But anyway, this is the original one. Very, very cool figure. Here he is in plane mode on Earth in his fighter jet, more like how he was in the cartoon, the original cartoon. Very, very cool figure. He does have some landing gear. I want to be sure to cover that before I forget and move on, which you can easily just fold right up. But pretty cool in the jet fighter mode. Not a whole lot going on. I mean, you can kind of see parts where like the Transformer is going to be in robot mode. But I mean, when he's up and you're looking at from aerial view or from top looking down, he is pretty cool. It's a pretty nice standard fighter jet. I like it, personally. I like it. So that's him in the fighter jet mode. Not a whole lot to talk about and brag about and everything. But okay, now if you want to transform the figure, first thing we're going to go and do, we're going to pop off the guns. Pop them off. Okay, got that one. Pop that one off. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the wings from the main portion of the aircraft. Flip them up, just so they're out of my face. Next, we're going to go ahead and extend the whole back half of the aircraft, which would be all the exhaust ports and everything. That'll easily just slide right out. Flip out the feet. Close these little side wings here on the side. Flip it up. The fins, disconnect the legs. Now up here at the, I don't know what this part would be called, but we're just going to call it the torso flaps. At the top of the torso flaps, you're going to go ahead and flip it down. It's going to look kind of ugly and like, oh my gosh, I don't like this. That's okay. Now inside, you're going to go ahead and flip out both of these arms. Go ahead and flip out both hands, just so we can save some time. Go ahead and flip out the hands. Flip out the hands. Oh my gosh. There we go. All right, now the front, I guess would be the cockpit of the aircraft. You're going to go ahead and bend it down, then rotate it, then take it and slide it down into the center torso of where Starscream's face will be. Then we're going to go ahead and take the front portion of the plane, bend it down again, seal up the center torso, and take the weapons, and you can put them on his shoulders. And boom, right there, you got yourself Starscream. Look at that. Wasn't that easy? Yes. Oh, that's Megatron's line. Sorry. So cheesy. Good jokes in this review. Pretty easy, simple transformation. Not a whole lot of things flipping around and anything getting confusing. It's very simple, very straightforward. You do a couple things and boom, you got a figure. Now, some people who I've spoken with who say, you know, I really like more complicated Transformers. I guess they really like the Transformers that be like Rubik's Cubes or something. That makes me sad because I can't do a Rubik's Cube. But I would say that his transformation is very simple, and if you're not interested in a very simple Transformer, just go ahead and pass up on that. I guess that may not be for you. For me, I really like this figure. I really like the Seekers back from the old 1980s cartoon, so getting Starscream, of course, being the leader of the Seekers is great. The weapons here, they can go on the shoulders, so you can have him aiming in more of a standard classical pose, or you can take them off and he can actually hold them as a rifle. So there you go. How about that? I personally like to keep them on the shoulders because it seems more, right. Articulation of this figure. The head has a little bit of articulation, which you can kind of only rotate it using the tip of the airplane to be able to do that. But he can look side to side. Yes, you can. Don't tell me you can't. Dang it, he's so stupid. Then if you want to use the arms, you have a little bit of articulation depending on where the wing placement is and whether or not you have the gun on. So we'll take the gun off. His hands can reach out, a little higher than some standard figures can. It can rotate 360 as long as you can kind of get past the wing, but really it can't. Actually, no, it can't rotate 360 because the wing's going to have to be there to block it. He can bend at the elbow, and he has a little bit of hand articulation, but it only has to do with it going back into transformation to the vehicle mode. No waist articulation whatsoever. This is just one big piece. The hips, however, are connected on a ball joint, so you can get you can kick the legs out that far and that far back, and then you can bend at the knees, so then you can get pretty far. You can get pretty good running motion going. And then the knees here have a pretty good range of articulation and range, even though really It has nothing to do with the transformation whatsoever. And then the toes, they can kind of go up and down a bit because of the transformation. So if you want, you can get some kind of dynamic poses out of him, you know, doing some cool Starscream stuff, get him aiming a bit with one of his guns, aiming it down like a Autobot's face or something. You can get some kind of cool poses out of him, especially if you mess around with it a little bit. You can probably get him. I would definitely say that the wings back here definitely limit what the arms have as far as in range of motion. The other thing that really I gotta say is the biggest drawback of all of these figures. There's quite a few Transformers, the Decepticons, based on this Starscream body, is the fact that it does not have any rotating motion in the, I guess would be the forearms around the elbow area. Because, I mean, this is it right here. He can just, like, shake his fist at you, but he can't rotate his arm. And I think if he could rotate his arm just a little bit, it would add so much more as far as poses and stop-motion ability and just, you know, just everything. I think it would be a lot better. Paint job on this figure is standard Hasbro blah. It's not wonderful, but it's passable. It's way better than anything that's in the dollar store, and that makes it sound really bad. But what I mean is, it's simple. It's not. There's not layers of colors to kind of really make things pop. It's very just simple, standard paint job. So yeah. Overall, I'm gonna give the figure a 4 out of 5. I probably might give him a 3.5, but I'm gonna go with a 4. The reason I cannot give him a 5 out of 5 is because of the arms and just the lack of motion that he can do really with his arms. The knees add a lot because they can rotate. So the knees add a lot as far as the articulation in the legs to be able to pose him better, but the arms just instantly limit it. So that is a real big drawback for me. But he is an awesome figure. He's very simple to transform, and you know, it's a improved version of the old 1980s cartoon Transformers that were out. So in that regard, he's great. I would still recommend you get him, but that's totally up to you. Oh, I forgot. The weapons here, just pop one off, they are spring-loaded, so you push the top gray fin here on either of the guns and can launch pretty good. So it is a pretty decent spring, which is good. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you think down in the comment section, you know. Do you like the figure? Do you hate the figure? Do you think the arms are still okay? Maybe I'm just wrong. I'm a big fat dummy because you're so mean. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. Starscream and I are going to go watch the old 1980s cartoon and laugh at Megatron getting beat up. So, see you guys.